So I thought I'd do a quick video here on how I built these things and how they work. These are not the shoes that came from that charity auction that were like $10,000 a piece. These came from China and they're about 250 bucks for a pair. And they're actually pretty well made. I was surprised. But this is what it looks like with the strap on. The strap is removable on these, and here's what it looks like normally when you buy them. And you just stick the strap in, and you can tighten it kind of however tight you want, but it really only goes that far because there's Velcro on both sides of this. And then the Velcro sticks like that. And there's a piece of Velcro over here as well that sticks to the side of the shoe. So in my version, this side is still held on with Velcro, and the other side I got rid of all the Velcro here so that it slides without catching. And then this elastic I just bought and sewed on, and then the thing that's actually moving the strap, there's a thin piece of 40-pound fishing line in there that actually works really well. The battery is hidden inside of here. It's a single cell cylindrical LiPo battery, and this whole thing is designed to be removable, so if you want to take off this strap and add the original one back, the manual version, you can do that. So let me show you how the electronics work. This is a microcontroller, it's an Arduino. This is the motor controller, this is the motor. This is a shaft coupler that connects the motor to the rotary encoder, and that lets me keep track of exactly how many turns the motor is made, which is important when making sure that the strap is at the correct tightness. These are the connectors for the battery. This is a power supply that I designed for going from battery voltage to the voltage of the microcontroller and the rest of the parts on here. This is the charger for the battery, charges over micro USB, and this is a power switch. And then underneath here is a little push button that manually overrides the sensor that's in the sole that I'll show you in a second. And that basically is what makes the thing tighten or loosen. Inside of here, this little kind of insole type thing that the shoe came with, underneath the heel is taped a resistive pressure sensor. And when you add more pressure to it, the resistance goes down. So I just sense for that. Again, it can plug in so you can remove it if you want to. And that way when you step in it, then the motor automatically will tighten. And it does not loosen automatically because I realized that as you were walking, your heel kind of lifts up the back a little bit. And it's difficult to tell if you're trying to take the shoe off or if you're just walking. So to take the shoe off, you have to press the button on the bottom, and that will loosen the strap. And this thing actually does get sufficiently tight. And the motor that I used in here is really, really powerful for its size. I was surprised. It's not quite as fast as I would like. I think I may know another way to make it faster, but that's kind of the price you have to pay for a higher torque. It's much better than using a servo, which is what I was trying to do before. Now you may notice if you watch the clip from the movie that this shoe isn't completely canon for a couple of reasons. First of all, the shoe as I bought it came built in with lights on the side, which is cool, but the movie version actually doesn't have lights. The shoe, by the way, has its own USB charger and its own internal battery, which I think is like in here or something. The other thing you'll notice is that it's not nearly as fast as the movie, and that is not really going to change too much based on current motor technology, because the way they did it in the movie was they screwed the shoes down to a piece of wood, and then they had a stagehand underneath the wood with the straps yank them down as hard as he could, while Michael J. Fox had his foot in it. So obviously I can't replicate the full pulling strength of a human with, you know, this much space, at least not yet. And then the other thing you'll notice is in the movie the laces here also tightened. And the reason they don't tighten in my version is because, first of all, in this shoe they're actually elastic, and they're not even real straps because they're just little strips of elastic that are sewed across here. So making them tighten for real wouldn't really do much. However, I think I know how to make them look like they will tighten, but I haven't tested it yet. I'm not sure if it will work well. But for now, it looks pretty cool, I think, and it actually tightens to a useful amount. It'll trap your foot in there if you screw up the code, which I learned a couple times, and you have to basically cut the string to get yourself out because it's extremely tight. But yeah, that's how I built it. So if you want more information, then you can check out my website, and I've got a bunch of the build materials and some pictures and stuff there if you want to try to make your own pair.